So friends, in our last session we have seen an example of inbuilt filters, and in this session we will see an example of custom filters. So for that what we will do is let's create another div, and inside that div what I will do is I will use ng repeat, and inside that ng repeat I will bind some an array of names. In that array of names I will write for that displaying that array of names I will use custom filter. Okay, so at first let's write some line of code in my view, and let's make a li. Okay, inside my li say ng repeat is equal to obj in names, and inside this part I will write obj, so it will display the obj. So what I have done is I have created an li element, and inside that li element I have used the directive ng repeat, and in that directive ng repeat we have used the array which we will create now, names, and we will display each element of that names inside this expression. So all the names will be displayed over here. Okay, so let's create array of names in my controller. So inside this controller what I will do is I will create an array of names, that is scope dot names is equal to anything you write, Vikram, Irfan, say Rohit, say Benazir, say any name you can write, like Krishna, it could be like Barsha. So basically I have written some names, and let's make it lowercase or uppercase, whatever you want. So but I'm writing all these in lowercase, and I'm saving it. And what I will do now is I will run this program and check what's happening right now. Okay, so friends, you can see that all names are coming like we have used ng repeat, and Vikram, Irfan, Rohit, Benazir, Krishna, Barsha. So what I will do now is we will create a custom filter. So as I have told you that in order to use custom filter we can use the functionality that dot filter. So I will use that inside this expression, and before that what I will do, I will write that logic of converting that part in to return some character when I will use that filter. So I will write that logic here. So desk. So this is the syntax of writing custom filters, that the variable where you have stored your module name, your module, use that variable name and then create a dot desk dot filter. So this is the syntax for writing filter, and inside this function it takes two parameters. First is the name of your custom filter. So let's write it that my custom filter. Okay, then comma, it takes another parameter as a function. So write that function, and then what it will do is we will write a curly braces. So inside this part we will write our logic. When this filter will be called, then what will happen? So what will happen is we will return some function, that is return function, that's variable which it will receive, say data, and inside this function we will perform the operations using that data, and we will return our new value. So as in this custom filter example, what I will do is I will convert the first string into uppercase, and the next string would be in lowercase, and then again the next alternative strings would be in uppercase, what I want. So for that I am writing this custom filter code. So for that what I will do is I will declare a variable, say where index, say new val initialize it with blank. Then what I will do is I will use a loop, because I'm getting the data as a value in my data variable. So I will iterate a loop for that data, and I will iterate through each characters, and I will check each characters, and I will convert I will manipulate those characters. For that reason we need to use the for loop. So use that for loop for index is equal to 0, index is less than your data value dot length and index plus plus. So this is our body of for loop, and inside this for loop what we will do is we will check if my index value, that is if index modulus 2 is equal to 0, then what I want is I will convert that into that letter into uppercase. So for that reason what I will do is our new val value is equal to data of index dot uppercase. So, and in my else part what I will write is as you do as it is, new val plus is equal to your data index. So this is my line of code for custom filter what I have used in my program. So at the end what I will do, I will return this new val as this function return value. So here my return statement would be like return new val. Now friends, what we will do is we will simply use that custom filter name value after pipe character. So we will write a pipe character, as we know that in order to use filters we need to use this character. So after this character we will simply write the name of the custom filter that we have defined in our script file. So we will simply write this value over here, and we are done with custom filter. So let's make a caption over here that will tell you that it's a custom filter section example. So now I will run this program. I will check what's happening. So friend, as I have told you that we want alternative capital letters. So for that we have written our custom filter logic, and here you can see the output coming is the first character is uppercase, and the next one is lowercase, then again uppercase, lowercase, uppercase, lowercase. So in this fashion my characters have been formatted, and this happened due to using that custom filters. So we are done with custom filters, and as I have told you that we can also use order by in this filter section of AngularJS. So let's check a small example for that also. So what we will do for that is we will convert this name variable as an object, and for that what I will do is I will write something like name is equal to Vikram. I will make it as a first object. Similar to this I will do for everything, every element I will do the same thing. This is my second element. We need this because when we do order by, so for displaying order by in which order you want, so it needs this variable, means it needs this object variable, means it could be name, place, city, anything. So for that reason we have to use this in this format, then only we can use the order by, else not. So now what I will do is I will simply write in my ng repeat I will use this name object, that obj.name. You can see that how I will do. So I'm done with converting it. I have converted this array to object, and what I will do right now is I will use this name in this object, so it will have now property of this object, so it will have now the name property. So I will use that property and display that name. So now you can see when I will run this, it was displaying earlier. So let's use order by. So for order by in ng repeat, we will use that. So what we'll do is we simply write order by colon, and my order by object property name, that is name. I will order by this object as a name. So when I will run this, what will happen is these names of the employees or person or students, whatever it would be, it would come in alphabetical order. So let's run this and check what's happened. Launch in Chrome. So here you can see the names comes in alphabetical order, like first comes Barsha, Benazir, Irfan, Krishna, Rohit, and finally Vikram. So here the names are in alphabetical order. So in order by, we have shown you that how to use that. Similar to that, what we can use is we can also restrict the number of element which is being displayed. Like there are how many elements? There are 1 2 3 4 5 6. Suppose there are hundreds of elements, and I'm willing to display you only 5 elements. So at that moment, what I will do is I will simply use the limit 2. This is the property of filter. So 2, and here I will write the numbers limit, means how many element I want to display. So let's say 3 elements. So I will display only 3 elements. So what I have done, I have simply write limit 2 and the number. So I have limited this array by 3. So only 3 elements of this array would be displayed. So what would be they would be like Vikram, Irfan, and Rohit. So let's run this. So you can see here only 3 elements are displaying. So this is due to that limit 2. So due to this limit 2, this is happening. So friends, this is all about Angular filters. Hope you enjoyed and you understood it very well. So friends, we have seen that how to use custom filters in AngularJS, and next we will see what is validation in AngularJS.